just get on the internet here. Now I'm going to show you how to use Google Maps in a couple of different ways. I'm sure you've all used Google Maps before, so we'll just get started. I'll just click on my Maps tab here, and you can see I'm already signed in and ready to go, and I've set up my home location on Google Maps as the school that I work in, so every time we log on at school for the children to use the maps, the school is the first thing we see. I'm just going to go over here now and click on the My Maps tab, and you can see that I've got a number of different maps here, and they all link to different topics of the curriculum. These are ones that have been created by me, and these here have been created by others, but I have contributed to in some way. But whichever way you do it, there's lots to be gained by using Google Maps and lots of ways you can use it. So I'm not going to bore you with tutorials of all the different bits on Google Maps. I'm sure you can look at things like that yourself, or you already know. I'm just going to give you a few ideas of using the maps in the classroom. So we're going to start with the obvious link, and that is for geography, and this is an Amazon adventure map that I made for pupils in Year 5. Okay, it tells you where to start, and then you can click on the different tabs and it will give you instructions. So as you can see here, it's asking them to make a spreadsheet out of the figures for these rainfall amounts, and it links there to a spreadsheet that is available to download online so that they can make that themselves. There's also another one here giving them a web link to a website about a tribe that they were looking at in Year 5, so that they could research it and then go back to the map and add it to the brochure. Lots of different activities there, but all linked to this location. So that's one idea, and that seems an obvious idea for Google Maps, is to use it as a geography tool. But there are other ways you can use it as well, and this one here is a history activity. This is the Iron Age site Castle Hentlys. What we've done here is we've got a little bit of a history trail quiz going on with, if you click on the pictures, photos that were taken on a school trip. So here's some nice round houses here appearing for you to look at, and then for all the different photos you can see that there's a little question or something there so that we could get it sort of all involved in a history trail quiz. It's quite a nice activity that again was for Year 5. We'll move on now to some other ideas. Now maths is a really good thing to do with Google Maps, and there are loads of different maths maps here. A lot of them started by Tom Barrett, or a lot of the ones I've got here were started by Tom Barrett and I contributed to. There's this one here, which is called Maths in Madrid, which has quite a lot of different activities on it. Okay, then there's another one here which is 55 shape activities in Paris. Okay, so that's quite exciting and a lot going on there. But there's also a much simpler way to do it, and this is a little investigation around my locality, which is in Pembrokeshire. This is Pembroke Castle. This is more for younger children. It's a much simpler format, and again, as with the history trail, there are some different things going on here with the pictures, where they can click to a picture and then they can go back to the map and it will give them a little sum to work out. Okay, add together the number of flags, the number of doorways you can see, and they can go back to the picture and they can go right number of flags, 1, 2, 3, 4, number of doorways. So I can see this big one here, but I can also see a little one there and a little one there, so that's 3. 4 plus 3 equals 7. Just a very simple activity, but a little bit different, sort of also linking it maybe to a current school trip or an area that they're studying in the topic work. Maybe they're doing the Tudors or whatever, but it's a nice idea and one that might be worth investigating. But one that I'd really like to show you is this one here, and this is using Google Maps as a storytelling device. Okay, so it says here, start at Red Riding Hood's house. And the story starts. Once upon a time there was a little girl called Red Riding Hood, and she lived in a pretty little house with her mum just on the outskirts of the forest. And if they click on the little house icon, it's a lovely little picture of a house there, and they can click on the red one. Look at that, there's Red Riding Hood. Okay, so this is a nice sort of activity that you could have. You can write the story, go to Red Riding Hood's mother, and here she says about her asking Red Riding Hood to bring some goodies to Grandma. And then it goes to the next part of the story where it's showing you where Red Riding Hood was walking. And if you wanted to, you could always drag this little man here onto the map, and he could have a look round. Oh look, this is where Red Riding Hood's going. She's going up this hill here by the side of a forest, and she's going to Grandma's house. Okay, so lots of different things that you can do there. You can stretch it out so you can change the direction she's looking, or you can go back to a different part of the road and have a good look. It's just something a little bit different. In this story there's a little bit of a dilemma, because as she walks along she comes to the shortcut, which if we put a little man on the map you can see is here. She could go travelling up the road, or she could nip down the shortcut that leads through the forest. Might have a little bit of PSE in there, or a little bit of a discussion on the dilemma, but it's certainly a nice idea that could be investigated with children on a number of levels. This one is a fairy tale that could be used with younger children, but you could make it as elaborate and as complicated as you wanted to. I'm sure there are some people who've got some more better ideas than me. So this is quite easy to set up, because what I'm doing here, if I go to the edit mode, is you add your little place markers. So this is where I'm planning on putting Grandma's house. So I'm going to click there. I'm going to put that place marker on. I'm going to make it look the same as all the others, which is a nice green one, a foresty type. I'm going to type in here the title of this part of the story. This is Grandma's house, and I might like to go on Google here and find a little image that I could use here. So let's have a look at if I type Grandma's house, I wonder what I'll get. Let's have a look. Well, there's some nice pictures there, but there's a lot of photos, so I think I'll go over here and see what's there in the clip art pictures. Anything there? Not really. Let's have another look again here and see if I can find one. Maybe that one there would be nice. So I'm going to click on that full size, copy that little link there, go back to my map, make sure I'm in rich text mode. When I go to insert the image, I can paste in that web link, and there's that picture there of Grandma's house, and I can add a little bit of text then underneath to tell another bit of the story. So there we are. I hope you've enjoyed looking at that, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye.